this place. Maybe because here you can see everywhere is advertising about the room rent.
麻辣黑鸭、五香熟食、爽口凉拌菜、烤鸭，欢迎大家前来品尝。从
Hello, my friends. Here is Nanfeng. Today I want to show you a place, urban village in Hangzhou. It's a really integrated, rough, and really lively place. I found this place is because I came here to play tennis, and one day after my play tennis, I thought maybe I can try ride a bicycle to explore this area, and I tried it. I found it so interesting because is another side of Hangzhou. Most people came here. Maybe you will go to the West Lake. You just see the buildings, but this is not. Is more down to us. I don't know if this translation is right or not because in Chinese it's 接地气 and okay, let's go. Could you see this place? This is where I play tennis, in this roof. And now I came here. Here is Hangzhou Jianqiao. Only a dozen minutes drive from Hangzhou East Railway Station. Now it's 8 a.m. in the morning. Hangzhou is quite cold now, only about 1 or 2 degrees. Most of shops are not open yet. Only breakfast shops are open. Usually these breakfast shops are run by a couple. They usually start preparing for a day's business at 3 or 4 in the morning. They start with kneading the dough and do everything themselves. 老板拿根油条，现炸的。
那个对讲来我。
这是你们自己拉的吗？
对呀，通通自己做的呀。
这个咸的啊。
油条面在那里，哎对。
都是每天现炸的。
我放里面。
好了。
多少钱
2块。
哇哦！哇哦！See, this is some vegetable. The residents nearby used the flower beds to grow vegetables. To them, vegetables are more useful than flowers. The urban village is a very large area. In the front part is Tongxing village. The streets of the village are not particularly typical of urban villages. They're not very cloudy and very clean, right? Apart from the noise from the airplanes, it is probably a pretty good place to live. Life is very, very convenient. You can find everything you need, especially food. Almost all the main foods of the China city can be found here. And based on my experience, it is very like that. You can find a pretty good restaurant here, but now I haven't found any yet. It's Chinese wine. It smells so good, even I didn't drink a lot. I saw job agents. Each piece of paper stated the location, time, salary, and benefits of the jobs. Most of the jobs advertised on the door I saw were security guards. They required men and women around 45 years old, with a monthly salary of around 5,000. The whole room was filled with such notes. And young people today probably haven't seen them, because we now rely on the internet and apps to find jobs. This method of posting notes may be for older people who are not proficient in using smartphones. Due to the rapid development of smartphones and the rapid improvement in the level of intelligence in large cities, many older people will be easily left behind in this process. Maybe they want to communicate to make a living in the way they are familiar with, but the times do not allow it. So every time I back to home and see my parents, I will take the time to solve their recent problems about smartphones and teach them to use smartphones more professionally. When I searched online, I found that this urban village has a long history. Due to its unique geographical location, it is next to an airport, and the noise and strict height restrictions make the rental price very affordable. It has become a concentrated urban village for many low-income migrant workers. Since the reform and opening up, the urbanization process of major cities in China has developed rapidly, and then there has been a wave of migrant workers. There are more bicycle job opportunities in big cities. Now there are various urban villages in almost every large city, because the main purpose of these migrant workers is to earn higher salaries in the city and send them to their families. Then they usually choose to live in relatively cloudy, noise, and rough urban villages for lower living costs. But according to my understanding, there is another reason that psychologically they may also prefer to choose such a place, because it is closer to the situation in Chinese villages, like you can smoke anytime, anywhere, and there is not such a perfect living environment, which means that you don't have to maintain such a refined lifestyle. But now with the development of China, many rural areas are becoming more and more neat, clean, and hygienic. I don't think which one is better. Maybe it's just better from the perspective of public health. Cleaner and more hygienic means healthier. 我想吹点这陈皮的，还有菊花味啊，我可以试一下吧。
2个样子。
板栗，糖炒板栗，现炒现卖。
菊花味啊，可以。哦，这2个是拼一下好了。
现炒现卖。
够了够了够了。
板栗，糖炒板栗，现炒现卖。
看还有什么别的？是你们自创的味道吗？没见过这么多口味。你们自己炒。这个豆子。好了，多少钱？板栗啊。不要了吧，不要了吧。
板栗，糖炒板栗，现炒现卖。
微信收款15元。
好。
谢谢惠顾，欢迎下次光临。
板栗，糖炒。
那么国产的光刻机也出来了。
You know this place, most of the people is not the local people. They usually from the other province because they came to Hangzhou to they can earn more money. They can get more high salary than their hometown. And here we have so it caused a real serious problem, like when they married and get a child, and if they also go out to work and they need to leave the child in hometown, let they stay with their grandparents. I think it's a really serious problem because when a kid grow up, they couldn't with the parents, and when he grow up, maybe when they grow up, maybe they will some, you know. And now I can see some new school in like this urban village. I think it's really nice because the parents don't take the kid come together. It's because the kid can't go to school in urban village. Because China have the very strict rules about school. So I'm happy if they can solve this, if the government can solve this problem, can see this problem. That's good.
吃饭呗去。
哦，还等个那等那。
啊，要炒面的，给他们送的。
Wow, you see these buildings? It's really nice. I know this place. Maybe 70% rooms is for rent, because the rent can have more income for the owner, building owner, and they choose living in this place. Maybe because here you can see everywhere is advertising about the room rent. I think it's less than 1,000 every month. You know, when I graduated from college, and I with my girlfriend came to Hangzhou, and our first rent room need 19,000
Sorry, here should be 1900.
RMB, like 1900 RMB. It's in 7 years ago. Wow. Wow, you see? I need to take a picture. Here is really nice. So good. From here to see, you can't believe it's like an urban village in Hangzhou. It's also so beautiful. Because I know like Guangzhou urban village or Shenzhen. Because in China, every big city we always have some urban village in edge of city. But usually it's very cloudy and very mess, and the building with building is so close. You can see the sunshine, but here it's not. You see this farm field. I dream to have one. This place looks very suitable for raising pets. Dogs should be happier here than in the city. There are farmlands, ponds, and fresh air. It's not as dirty and disorderly as I imagined. However, living here requires a very insensitive ears because I have heard the noise of planes landing before. I really want to interview the people who actually live here. It's really but I don't have the courage to do so today. It's really cozy. This brother is teaching his younger brother to ride a bicycle. It seems that a family is praying in the temple. This looks like a very new temple, or it may have been renovated. The traditional ritual is that we will go to the temple to burn incense and pray at some important times. When we get married, have children, or move into a new house. Temples are very common in rural China. When I was young, my mother would often take me to temples to worship, but I didn't understand the meaning of it. I just thought that the temples smelled good and were very quiet. Oh, I like this painting. This blue towel is so beautiful.这萝卜这么小啊？
这萝卜小不下来，萝卜买回来
啊，
要大一点的我给你穿了。
这个叶子能吃吗？
这叶子能要的。
哦，叶子呢？那
要不要？
不要了。
不要。
我想搞点叶，莴笋买一个吧。
无所谓，你要包我可以给你包。
不用包。
不用包。
我想叶子留着烫火锅。
哦。
对吧？ This way of selling vegetables on the roadside is a very traditional way. In the morning, the grandpas and grandmas take out the extra vegetables growing in their house.
4块钱。
好，4块钱。这是你剥好的叶子是吧？
这1块钱。
哦。
那你给我5块钱给你吧。这个呢，这里一个5块钱，这样。
有点多了，有点多了。对，
多你这2个1过2块。
对，吃不了。对。这个青菜买一点吧。
好的。
In fact, this way cannot make a lot of money, and the prices they sell are pretty cheap. But these grandmas just can't sit around all day, and they hope to have something to enrich their retirement life.
哦，你们这有地的？
哎，是我娘家那里种的。
啊，你们应该不是这本地人吧？
我是本地，我就是王家村的。
王家村不是外面来的吗？
我是本地人。
杭州的？
够不够？
够了，3个够了。
2块3，生米2块，4块6块钱啊。
啊。
2块乘以5块，我都要生气了，我能吃了我那2块，我都要生气了。晓得你们说的那个，晓得你。
6块钱。
哎，对对。
好，付过去了。
谢谢你，人家车在那里了。
哦。哎，好，
谢谢
没事，风大今天。
哎，谢谢。
好，你给我吧。好了。
谢谢啊。
哎。
The carrot looks very healthy, but I'm eating hot pot today, so I don't need it. I bought 2 lettuce and some green vegetables. Later, when I paid with WeChat, I found that Grandma's payment name was Happy Grandma.
这个吧。对，鞋先留着吧。都留着。
bought a piece of sugar cane for 18 RMB, and the clerk was responsible for cutting it. Recently, I learned a new way to eat it on the internet, which is bake it in the oven. I wanted to try. And now there are more and more people on the street.
.猪血拿1块，这是猪血吧？
是猪血的，他卖猪肉的。
谢谢收看89元。
多少钱一块？
不是，他5块钱一斤的，你
按斤的。
哎，
哦，
你拿1块是吧？
拿1块。
When I bought the blood tofu, I asked the boss to wait for me as usual, and then an aunt took it for me. Later, I found out that she was also a customer, and she helped because the boss was busy.
卖你卖给他，是卖给他。我们今天在一起喝酒的没办法的。他喝酒不要钱的。酒肉朋友，酒肉朋友，你200万都没有。我也是，卖，来，哥有点来。哎，对呀，哪里？这个好啊，我意思我看看要不要也就。
老板，豆腐给我称一下。
就这点吧，你也卖羊肉是吗？
够不够？那是够不够？高没有？这个我觉得。
老板，豆腐给我称一下。
漂亮吧？
你就等一下。
这条也可以嘛？
干脆的。
那个也很好嘞。
对，这个也好。
哎。
I had a customer bargaining. The customer asked, "Why did you sell it to him for 16 per kilo and sell it to me for 18 per kilo?" The boss smiled embarrassedly and said, "I have too. We are friends who often drink together." Of course, the customer understood later. This unfairness also reveals a kind of warmth, which is a lost emotion in modern cities. This may be the reason why I like to go to such down-to-earth places. This is another kind of life temperament which is rougher and more direct. Later, I saw that the pork shop boss WeChat payment name was Drunkard. Okay. We got a sugar cane, some snakes, and vegetable, and I don't know. Do you eat this? It is blood. Maybe you think it's terrible. And the tofu, Chinese tofu, I like it so much. Okay, because tonight we need to go to have dinner with our friends in his new house, and so I go to something. Okay, that's all. Hope you like this video. Bye.